Well, Travball is alive and kicking.
In the history of the Ashes, players usually fall into two camps. The accumulators like Steve Smith, Alastair Cook, or the dashers like Adam Gilchrist, Harry Brook, Ian Botham. But Travis Head did something which was never done before. Head became the first player in history to be featured in both. The most mind-blowing aspect of his run tally is his dominance. The gap between Head and the rest was enormous. Wisden highlighted that Joe Root was more than 200 runs behind him, and the next best Australian had barely half his tally. This makes Head's 600 plus runs heavier and more valuable than a typical high-scoring series. But when we zoom out to the all-time highest run tallies in Ashes history, the context becomes even more compelling. Travis Head's recent output places him 13th on the list of most runs scored in a single 5-match Ashes series, an achievement that carries serious weight. This is a leaderboard dominated by the giants of the game: Sir Don Bradman, Sir Jack Hobbs, Wally Hammond, Herbert Sutcliffe, Steve Smith, Alastair Cook, Geoffrey Boycott, and other Ashes immortals. To find Head's name among such legendary company underlines just how demanding and unforgiving this series has always been. In a contest defined by pressure, scrutiny, and history, earning a place in the top 13 is no ordinary accomplishment. It is a marker of elite performance on cricket's most ruthless stage.
The delivery, and then he kind of mirrored a pull shot in that same zone the next ball.
Now look at another side of the story. This is where the performance turns historic. We've already seen Travis Head alongside the giants on the 600 plus runs list. Now we switch lenses from volume to velocity. This table shows the fastest scoring Ashes series of all time, minimum 300 runs. At number 5 sits Travis Head. Strike rate 87.36. Runs 629. Now look closely at the names around him. Adam Gilchrist explosive cameos. Ian Botham short, brutal impact. Zach Crawley aggressive but limited volume. Every player in Ashes history striking at 85 plus scored between 300 and 480 runs. Fast, dangerous, brief. Travis Head didn't play cameos. He didn't burn bright and safe. He sustained a Gilchrist level strike rate while producing specialist batsman volume. 629 runs at near white ball speed. That combination didn't exist before. And here's the record that seals it. Travis Head is now the only post-war player to score 500 plus runs in an Ashes series at a strike rate above 80. Not just fast or prolific, but shines in both departments. The mold wasn't bent, it was broken. It's often said that Travball isn't just immune to Bazball, it dismantles it. Bazball met its executioner. Travball is the Bazball Killer. Players like Steve Smith and Alastair Cook pile on the runs through grit and accumulation. But Travis Head is a different force altogether. He blasted 629 runs at a strike rate of 87.36, numbers that feel less like traditional test cricket and more like a glitch in the matrix, as if the format itself briefly forgot its own rules. But here's the twist. But what if I told you this still wasn't the peak of the tournament? Someone else dismantled Bazball even more completely. While Travis Head was rewriting the batting manual, Mitchell Starc was quietly assembling one of the great fast-bowling campaigns of the modern era. 31 wickets, an average of 19.93. Let that sit for a moment. Starc averaged under 20 across 5 tests. That alone places this series in rare territory. And the context makes it even heavier. Pat Cummins played just one test. Josh Hazlewood was sidelined. The big three were fractured. Starc didn't just step up, he carried the attack. He became only the 4th bowler this century to take 30 plus wickets in an Ashes series. Joining Shane Warne, Glenn McGrath and Mitchell Starc. That is the Mount Rushmore of Australian bowling. Oh, and for good measure, he also smashed 156 runs with the bat, including 2 half centuries. Travis Head was the hurricane that blew the house down. But Mitchell Starc, he was the earthquake that destroyed the foundation and killed Bazball. Head and Starc are the destructive duo of modern cricket. Players you simply don't mess with.
It's Mitchell Starc. It's not first ball.
But it's not just the volume of wickets, it's the speed at which he took them. Starc operated with a strike rate of 29.6. Let that sink in. He was taking a wicket roughly every 30 balls, basically once every 5 overs. That is a more lethal strike rate than even Mitchell Johnson achieved during his terror run in 2013. Johnson struck every 37 balls. While England's Bazball approach drove Starc's economy rate up to 4.03, it played right into his hands, allowing him to trade boundaries for breakthroughs at a historic pace.
Oh, that looks close. That looks really good from Starc.
Pitching in line, impact in line, and wicket hitting.
Oh, has he got? And it's the big wicket of John Root.
He wins. Starc wins. A champ departs, but the champ remains. It's Mitchell Starc.
If you were handing out the Man of the Tournament award, who would you name Man of the Ashes? Let me know in the comments.
Hitting the ground as the Aussies finally raised the Ashes trophy.